everybody. Jessica here. I am back with episode 2, part 2, I guess, of day 1 actually of Summerween. And here is the flyer. It's being brought to us by Bellaboo Creations and Crafty by Tony. And it is a series of prompts. So it's a technique prompt and a spooky prompt, and they're doing them together. So today is day 1, so it is script and midnight mail. And I just want to show you, I did wind up finishing, let me put that to the side, I guess. I did wind up finishing my box. I was just looking off camera, and the tags. So here is, let me just cover up that glare with my tags. And here's the box. So I had, stand up so I can see what you're seeing. So I had these metal Tim Holtz pieces. Now these don't actually have brad holes that you can put brads through. So I glued on a piece of Tim Holtz backdrop paper. It's just, I used a 2-inch punch to punch this piece out. And then I glued this on to the back side of the metal piece, and then I glued the whole thing on after I distressed it. And then I had a key that I had patinaed this ages ago, and it was just sitting around in my stash, as well as this kind of aged ring thing. So I stuck those onto a rusted metal bit that I had. This is just one of those picture framing holders, and I had rusted the brad as well, and I had rusted this label holder, and this secret word is actually from a Nick the Booksmith printout file that I've had for years. So that is the front. And then I just embellished the sides. I have some faux tape. These two are vellum that I had inked a long time ago. Once again, I'm trying to use up my stash here with alcohol inks. This is a piece of Tim Holtz ephemera, and these 3, there's actually one in the back that I glued on and then tore off again. But these 3 are from Shabby Dabby Doodah. And then this is a piece of Boo Boo tape from, oh my gosh, Margaret at 7 Plaza. Whew, brain. I didn't do anything really on the back side. I kind of like it as it is. You can see where the tape was that I shored the box up with. And then on this side, I made it look like the edge has been reinforced with some fabric that I distressed. And then I just have some various and sundry bits on here. This is tracing paper that has been inked with alcohol inks, and little bits and pieces from various kits. I'm not even sure where everything is from anymore on these, but I distressed them and taped them on. And then I also have a little bit of that paper packaging tape that I distressed and taped on. So that is my Summerween box. And then here are my cards. Here, I'll stick them in. So this one has the snow bit on it, and I did wind up spraying, this is pumice stone and some other things. I think it's the same as the glass bead paste that I used. It dried looking the same. This is one that I just used the extra paint on. This is one that has the gesso and inks. This has the crackle paste. After I saw that it was mostly dry, I did go in and I just used the ink that was in the straw there, and I drizzled it on so it highlighted the creases in the crackles. And this is another painted one. This has the fiber paste on it, and it does look kind of fibery. I'm not sure. I'm sure I'll do something extra with that. This is more of that fiber paste. This one has the crypt paste. This is the golden glass bead paste. and it dries clear, but you can see it has the sparkle from the glass beads. This is also crackle placed. I think that it didn't crackle as well. I'm not sure what I'll do yet with that. There's another golden glass bead one, and then here is another crypt. So those are my tag bases so far, and I have picked out some pieces, bits and pieces for today's prompt. So today's prompt is script and midnight mail. And so as I was thinking about this, I think that these are going to be components of a story. And the story that I have in my head is a young woman inherits a spooky old mansion. Here is my spooky old mansion. I got this image from the Graphics Fairy, and there's mystery surrounding this family estate. So this is what I'm doing, and I picked out this card. This has gesso on it. And I'm going to decorate the front, and no, I'm going to write on the back and decorate this side. And I have in here some brown ink. It's just Liquitex acrylic ink that I put into this, what do you call it? It is called a fine line applicator with a fine tip, 20 gauge or 1/2 millimeter. And I ordered that off of Amazon. And I'm going to do the writing first so that it can be flat. And I'm going to say, oh, yikes. I'm going to say yikes. I'm going to say received. Oh, I thought it was going to be, oh, that's sad. I thought it was going to be less runny. Received Raven mail. Period. Oh, that's sad. Everyone else I've seen, it's been so much thicker. That's the first time I've tried it. Received Raven mail. All right, maybe I will. I used to have a quill, kind of a pen, but I do not know what I have done with. Oh, wait, here. Maybe I'll try using this instead. Received Raven mail. Can I dip this? Oh, it will dip. Received Raven mail. Grandmother left me the estate. Why? Me leaving tonight must take up residence immediately. Ooh, and she needs a name. What name should I give her? Cora. That's going to be her name. Okay. Well, that was a little bit of a fail, but that's okay. We fixed it. And now I'm going to see if I can. Ooh, that is very not what I thought it would be. I thought it was going to be much less blobby. Okay, let's see if I can just dip a corner of paper towel in to wick away some of that. Yeah, it's working. I want to wick away some of this excess. Ink received, Raven Mail. Okay, so, do I dare? Ah, good. Okay. And actually, since it is, where'd it go? What did I do with it? Oh, it's right here. Since this is Summerween, instead of being October, we'll make this August. And what is today? Today is the 13th, isn't it? We'll make it August 13th. I'll make this flourish a little bit fancier. There we go. Okay, so now for the front. Now I pulled out some, I have some actual post stamps here. And I have some black lace. And I have some of the insides of some security envelopes, and I thought I would maybe tear them up and glue them down a bit. Like so. Kind of want that lined up. Like so. Like that. And I have some different patterns here. So I just want to use the insides of these. Maybe I want to do this carefully. So I can preserve the window sides, and I will use the window sides for something else. There we go. That's how you do it. Ooh, that one's nice and grungy. All right, I'm gonna save that. And then just want this grungy bit here. So I'm using this kind of as background. That's gonna go like that. That's going to go like that. And then maybe one more. This one, it almost looks like a wicker pattern. Isn't that interesting? Take the easy way out on this one and just trim down the sides. So Midnight Mail is why I was thinking, ooh, that's cool. Do I want to use this window? No. Now let's keep it, I'm gonna keep it to my original idea. These like so and like so. Okay, so I'm just going to set this up before I glue everything down just to make sure it is what I want. I want that up like that and that up like that. I'm focusing on this bit right here right now. And that can go like that because, oh, I meant to stay on the back. I meant to say, oh, that's okay. So this is the solicitor. This is the lawyer's card who sent her the Raven mail. And so we've got Raven mail here. So I need to ink up. So my printer, the yellow head wasn't working, and it took me about 4 times of cleaning the head on my Epson Eco Tank to get the yellow printer head working. And then I did the alignment, and then I did the deep clean, and I did all the little functions, and then I downloaded some software updates, and it's working again. And that's how I was able to print this one. But this one I printed out while it was still misbehaving, but you know, purple is a good color. So I'm just going to go over it with Vintage Photo to tone down the purple just a smidge, like that. And I want to use that as a bit of a background for the Raven mail. And then I want to tuck this in as a card. So maybe, all right, I guess I have to start gluing some of these things down. So get some glue, Jessica. Where's my glue? Here it is, it's hiding. Now I've forgotten how I set this up. So this is gonna go like this. Maybe I'll just do this edge first. Okay, so I want this edge to go up as high as I can there. Like that. Oh, you know what? I never inked the edges of this. Let's just do that real quick. Got some Vintage Photo. I've got some, I think this one's ground espresso. Okay. And then this one, there's my Vintage Photo. Inking. So I watched Bella's video today. Have you watched Bella's? I will link both of those websites, or both of the, not websites, YouTube channels, Bella and Tony. And, you know, even if you're not doing the challenge yourself, their videos are so much fun to watch. And she did a post box, one of those British red post boxes. It was so fun. It could have easily turned cutesy, but it didn't. It came out really cool. I really liked her post box. I guess it's different too when you see them every day, and it's just part of your everyday visual. But it came out really cute and kind of spooky. I'm really looking forward to when Tony posts hers later today. Okay, that one will go down like that, and then this one. See if I can get it to loop a little bit around. There we go, like that. Or do I want this to go under all, like that? Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, where'd my thing go? Gonna ink the edge. Maybe I'll do it this way here. Get this nice and grungy looking, and then I'll grab some, where's my black one? Some soot. Where's my, so each of my things has their own, here it is, hiding. Oh, I just lost one. So instead of buying tons of these, I just save my wine corks. This is a champagne cork, and you stick a little Velcro dot on it, and it becomes a perfect inking tool holder. Actually, I have some that are the wine cork ones. Like here's a wine cork one. Here's a wine cork one. So it works with wine corks, but I really like the way the champagne corks feel. It's like the right chunkiness. There you go. So if you're ever wondering what you're supposed to do with your leftover corks, that is a solution. Okay, so I'm going to go in here like this. Okay, and then I'm going to tear off this bit here. And vintage photo, and then black soot. And then I could actually tuck this in there. Use that as one tuck. And then I think my raven will sit like that. I'm just gonna age this up a little bit more. Oh, this actually has some gold on it. That's interesting. I think this is actually a vintage one. I got some of these vintage ones when I was making my Sherlock Holmes journal. So I think this is a real vintage one. And I want Raven to be seen like that. Do I want to glue him in, or am I just going to tuck him like that? No, I think I'm going to glue him down because he was the Raven male. And I'm going to go like this down like that. And across the bottom. Because I think he's going to stick out a little bit. Like that. Oops. Yep, that works. And then this should still be able to tuck in here like so. And then this I'm going to just glue down on, oops, wrong side. Just going to glue it down on two sides so things tuck well. I prefer tucks to pockets unless it's like gusseted and really intended to be a pocket, because I hate fighting with things to stay in where they're supposed to stay. Okay. So all of this is, I might have to actually, I'm going to have to cut this down because otherwise it's not going to fit in the box. Like that. Okay. And then the piece de resistance, the thing that I was really excited. Oh, wait. I wanted to, I have this. So this is just a little scroll of an official document that I imagine came in the Raven mail. And I got this off the Graphics Fairy. And it's just like a little scripty document that also fulfills the script aspect. Oh gosh, who did I watch this morning? I watched someone who's new to me, who's doing this. I will link her video below in the description box. And she did a little scroll. And I had forgotten about scrolls. I haven't used scrolls in the longest time. So, and I like, and this also I printed out when it was, I think I'll go through here. Now, you know what I'm going to do? I want to attach this on here, but I also want, this is Tracy Fox Ghostal labels, and I wanted to put on a Ghostal label to go with the Raven mail. Ghost Office, Dead Mail Cart Ghostal, Second Class Vamp, Spooky Delivery Pain Mail, Cart, maybe I'll stick with Cart Ghostal. Ghost Card, Post Inspector, Ghostage Paid, Ghost Card. I want it to fit right here. Dare Mail. Maybe I'll do Dare Mail. I think this calls for black soot. Yep, that's good. Airmail. And is this sticking? And then I also have some black lace. I thought I would put some black lace through there, and then I think I'll tie the scroll to the loop. Like this. And then I'm going to tie the scroll to this. Sorry, I went quiet. Thinking, focusing. So that is her her acknowledgement of her inheritance of her to the family estate. And I'm just going to tie a knot there. And then the other thing I got out and I put back, but I think I'll bring back in, is I had Tim Holtz Halloween person that I was imagining was the matriarch of the family. And I had inked her up already. And I was thinking maybe she should stick right in there. The scary grandmother. Yeah, I feel like that. Do I need some things on here? This seems kind of plain. Like this is all nice and layered, and now this seems kind of plain. I did pull out my snippets. Are there some little tiny snippets in here that would work? Maybe Class C, number 5. Here's a piece of red that's so tiny. It's like, is there anything purpley to balance out the colors? Here is a signature. They're so fun and little, these things. This looks like an official seal. Maybe I'll do that in that corner because I feel like it needs balance because it's very top heavy. Okay, I think I'm into Tweezerland now. And let me just make a smidge of room here because I have, as I do, tend to get messy. Gotta remember to pick up that thing that fell. Okay, this goes here. And this is going to need to be inked. Maybe I need something darker. Where's my ground espresso? Here's ground espresso. And I think this is my ground espresso. What do you guys think? What is your opinion of the foam? Oops, maybe not. The foam pads versus the sponge pads. I can't decide which I prefer at this point. Yeah, the ground espresso works well. And I'm going to put some glue on there. So my thought is that she's going to come across, we got layers of generational trauma here. So she's creating these cards, but there's got to be somebody else who's finding them. So this is the story of this woman who inherited the estate, took notes, discovered some mystery, and then somebody else has found them and is going through them. So we got layers of generations of mystery. Obviously, I was using this recently for what do you call it? When you melt the powder. And oops, that's upside down. And I got the powder on the things, but I think it'll wear off. Embossing, that's what it's called. There we go. And then where's my vintage? It's too pristine. Maybe it needs a little flaw there. A little sandpaper. In the corner there. There we go. that's going to go down in that corner. And then finally we have our little circle here. We're going to do in espresso. Maybe. And then this will go here. Class C, number 5. Where's my stopper? Here we go. I just keep a little flower on there so I can find it on the table. Okay. Okay, so what do we think? We've got our put one of these on there. Pain mail, ghost card, ghostage paid. No, that's okay. We're going to let that be. Received Raven mail. Grandmother left me the estate. Why me? Leaving tonight. Must take up residence immediately. Cora. That's good. I'm satisfied. So we have the official documentation. We have the image of the estate. We have the Raven mail and the portrait of the grandmother. So that is my card 1. So thanks so much for watching. I will check the description box below. I'll try and remember to put all the links I need to put down there. And if you could, I'd be grateful if you could hit like, hit the subscribe button, ring the bell, and leave me a comment. I love to chat. So I hope you're enjoying your day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.